Bob, how do you feel about the hottest ticket in town on the same week that Dallas is coming to town on Sunday Night Football is the Phillies? That's crazy.
So
2 months ago, we were talking about them not being able to fill a stadium.
it's kind of funny. Like you look at the way that the fan base supports the Eagles, and they're all in all the time, all year round. And we've spent so much time this year talking about, what's up with the crowd at Citizens Bank. They're making a run. They've been really good with Rob Thompson. Why aren't that many people going? And I mean, this team left Citizens Bank Park on September 25th and have been gone basically for what, 2.5, 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And they're coming back, and it's just going to be a totally different situation. I mean, they're going to walk onto the field on Friday during pregame warmups, like, before the game, and be like, holy shit, where am I? I mean, like I tweeted out the other night, it's going to feel like to them, they're going to be on a different planet, on Friday. They're going to see something that they've never seen before. And that's awesome. I mean, Phillies fans, like, there are so many Phillies fans that have been living and dying with this team for the last 11 years. It's been upsetting. There's probably been some apathy mixed into just frustration. But there are a lot of people that have been really like hardcore followers of this team since, I don't know, October 4th. It's been a hell of a 9 days for a lot of Phillies fans out there really riding this thing. So
It really has.
that's why you're going to have $250, SRO tickets tomorrow. And that's awesome. I mean, that's fine. It's like, that's not a knock, but I mean, this fan base, like, they front run a little bit when it comes to the Phillies. I mean, it's just what it is.
Fuck yeah. I mean,
I don't expect in the middle of July, and this will be the part that gets cut off from the sound clip that you put on Twitter in like 2 hours.
yes, it will.
But like, I mean, in the middle of July, I don't expect people to be like dialed into Phillies Marlins, like that's okay. Like, it's okay that people are now engaged in it. And like, this is part of the reason why, just as a baseball observer, baseball fan, I wanted the Phillies to make the playoffs so we could do all these memes and have people go crazy on Twitter and be on Fox News, down at Chickies and Pete's talking about like, oh, this is my dude. Like this is stuff that's great, man. Like this is what makes this shit fun. So, I mean, cool.
Oh, the characters you get are great.
Let me raise a point here from, who is this? Russ Joy. Doesn't the hype around this Phillies playoff series show that there's real juice for the team, especially since Dallas week has been totally overshadowed? Here's the thing, though. Yes and no. The Dallas week hasn't meant much for a while now. The juice for Eagles Cowboys ran out. I feel like I wrote the same column 4 years in a row and nobody gave a shit, because like a younger generation doesn't really care, but doesn't really hate the Cowboys the way that somebody who watched Aikman and Michael Irvin and Moose, whatever his name is, and Emmitt Smith, right? It's just not, they don't look at it the same way. So the circumstances here, and one team being 4-1, another team being 5-0. I mean, the Phillies have just totally eclipsed that. It's proof to me that this is and always was a baseball town.
Well, how are the numbers on CB? Are you seeing a lot of influx of people reading a lot of Philly shit?
Oh, insane. Yeah, I logged on, I guess yesterday morning or something like that. It was like 8-something a.m. or whatever. It was like 900 people reading the site. Yeah, and like I know people don't really have context for that, but like oftentimes we're sitting around like 200, 300 or something. But all of the stuff, when you do after a game, when you're firing up like 3 or 4 of those posts, man, that shit just skyrockets, man. People click on that more than anything. And like maybe people don't remember, but Crossing Broad was like a Phillies blog originally when the Maestro started it. So it's I don't think those people ever went away. I guess there wasn't really anything to cheer for over the last 10 years,
So to strengthen your Cowboys point a little bit, I went back and looked at the three seasons, because I was like, what is the last Cowboys game, Eagles game that I actually got up for? 2021 week 3, they're 1-1 on Monday Night Football. They get absolutely blown out, but we're still worrying about this team. Who are they and everything. Week 18 obviously doesn't matter. Both teams we went to the playoffs, so we're resting everybody. 2020 week 8, everyone remembers the 2020 season. By the time they played them in week 8, they were 2-4-1. They beat Ben DiNucci, so we weren't even playing Dak Prescott then. Week 16, they're 4-9-1 going into the game. Jalen Hurts is starting, Carson Wentz, all that whole debacle and stuff. 2019 week 7, Eagles Cowboys both are 3-3. The last game that people actually got up for was that week 16 game when they beat the Cowboys and then they ended up winning the division. So 3 seasons.
Yeah, and
we've had like a big Cowboys game.
Yeah, it's funny too, because the Cowboys haven't won jack shit in a long time, right? So if you're in your 20s, or whatever, say like a 19-year-old kid or something like that. You don't really remember when the Cowboys were good, but you remember when Eli won a couple Super Bowls with the Giants, and that them being more of like the main division rival or whatever. So I don't think that juice is there just because the people were growing up in an era where the Cowboys were just kind of dog shit.